What's going down, TK? Coming at you, hopefully with a chance to expand some minds and have you think about some things you haven't thought about before. You know, as an overseas contractor in Kuwait, I'm always hearing people talk about making more money, getting more fiat currency. I just listened to a conversation where Americans here were talking about, chasing paper. And everything is about making more money. Even on Facebook, entrepreneurs talk about making $50,000 a month, acquiring more paper money, as if that's the solution to financial freedom. Having more money is not the solution to financial freedom. Having more paper money is definitely not the solution. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. And how much of that money that you keep in alternative currency, a higher form of money. Why is it you never hear people talk about acquiring alternative currency? Why is it when you talk to someone about acquiring alternative currency, they turn their ears off and the concept is too foreign? That's like speaking German to someone who speaks English. They just can't understand you. Okay, so if you realize that different forms of paper money have different values, an example would be pesos in comparison to dollars. If you understand that pesos have a lower value and that if you was to purchase in pesos using American dollars, your purchasing power would go further. An example right now is on Facebook. There's an article, I don't know if I posted it, but I definitely saw it, that talks about Americans shopping in Canadian stores. Because right now, the value of the Canadian dollar is down in comparison to the dollar. So if you take American dollars and you purchase in Canadian stores, then your purchasing power goes further because the higher level of currency that you're using in relation to the transaction you're doing. I mean, I posted on it not too long ago when I talked about being a Bitcoin trader, and I purchased 120 euro using Kuwaiti dinar because of the fact that Kuwaiti dinar is 3.2 to 1 US dollar. It's the highest form of fiat currency on the market. So if I purchase in Kuwaiti dinar through a local account and I'm spending in a lower form of currency like euro, then the purchasing power goes further. So I was able to get what would have cost me 50 KD. I was able to get 0.30 Bitcoin for the price of about 25 KD. I'm sorry, about 45 KD as opposed to 50. So what I'm trying to explain is the purchasing power of different forms of money gives you the ability to spend further when you use higher forms of currency. So if you was to switch to alternative currency like Bitcoin, Bitcoin is valued at $419 to 1 US dollar. So what does that mean? That means if you was to spend Bitcoin, it would go further in purchasing power than if you was to spend in US dollars. And on top of that, of the 500,000 stores that offer Bitcoin as a payment option, give you a discount on top of the higher purchasing power. So when I say use alternative currency as a means, a gateway to financial freedom, what I'm referring to is the fact that it's decentralized money, not controlled by anyone other than you. When the money goes into your wallet, it is you that own, manage it, and control it. There's no middleman, which makes you your own bank. because the fact that there's no intermediary between you and the money that you now own. So nobody can come confiscate it, fee you to death. No one can come and restrict you in terms of sending 20 cents or sending 20,000, whether it's to the person next door or whether it's to the person on the other side of the country. So I don't hear people talk about getting more alternative currency. I don't hear people talk about using decentralized forms of money to empower their finances because of the unrestricted nature, the higher form of purchase power, and also because of the fact that alternative currency pays you to get other people involved. If you refer someone to utilize Bank of America, the same branch that you use, will Bank of America pay you? No, they won't. That's what's called leverage income. Do you get a leverage income for referring someone else to use $1? No, you don't. But you do get that in alternative currency. Because if I refer you to a leverage-based payment system to acquire alternative currency, you will get sweat equity for that referral, or I will get sweat equity for that referral. So not only am I talking about something that gives you higher purchasing power, I'm talking about something that pays you to get other people involved. Excuse me. And I'm also talking about a decentralized, non-authoritative form of money that no one controls, manage, or own but you. And people can't understand that. People refuse to say, I want more alternative currency. I said it before that I stand to make more money in alternative currency than I make on my current fiat job. Why? Because I choose to position myself and I aggressively convert fiat money to alternative currency. And the sad thing is that doing it is just a personal choice, because all you have to do is at any given moment convert back to cash. If you own 10 Bitcoin and you need cash, all you have to do is freaking sell the Bitcoin and convert it back to cash. So what are the negative sides of alternative currency? What are the positive advantages of positioning yourself in a higher form of money? Guys, I do these training videos because I'm trying to open your mind. I'm trying to get you to understand that paper money is not the only form of currency. Actually, paper money is the lowest form of currency, and it has the most slavery bondage attached to it. Because every dollar that's printed is printed in the red. It's printed through debt. The nature of the fiat system is not creating money on value, it's creating money on credit. So if you switch to a true supply and demand coin, a true supply and demand system, guess what happens? Now it's based on value. It's not based on debt. I don't know what to do to help. I really don't. Because it seems like no matter how I describe it in these videos, no matter how I rephrase it in my presentation, it never gets people saying, how do I acquire gold currency? How do I acquire cryptocurrency? I want this form of higher money. Never happens. So what will happen is people will stick to cash. You'll continue to chase that slavery-based system. You'll wonder why you'll never get ahead. You'll wonder why you're manipulated and controlled. You'll wonder why the people at the top are vying to keep their position at the top and doing whatever they can to make sure you have limited access to cash. You're wondering why you can't move up in life. But realistically, it's a personal choice to say, you know what? I'm switching to alternative currency. I'm going to build a gold currency savings account, which is offshore, and I'm going to build an international savings account, which is international money through cryptocurrency. That's really what it's about, guys. That's what it's about. And to be honest with you, the reason why I share these videos and make these trainings is because you move faster, further, and you are propagated with momentum when you get people to join you. I can build passively without recruiting one person, but that's not the route that I choose to go.